It's sheep scanning day, so we're going to find out who is pregnant. Storm Barra is on the way! All the goats are hiding in their caravan. And I'm not surprised because look at the state of that. And this morning actually JJ left the farm. He has gone on an 18 to 30s holiday, if you know what I mean. But actually quite nicely, I've got Eve, Pixie and Pie, and it's Pixie and Pie's sister, Pantomime, and then their half-sister, Sia, who JJ has gone to see. So they will have cousins. But for now, I really don't blame them staying well inside that caravan. There's the temptation to pick stuff up and clean it, but there's no point because the wind is only just getting started. So I think it's feeding everybody, making sure they're warm and dry, and then going and hiding inside myself. This is one of the problems with the barn. You can't actually see, but it's started to flood, which means this barn is pretty useless for storing food in, straw, hay, anything like that. Also for keeping animals in because their bedding will just get soaked. So that's one of the reasons why we are looking at building walls and waterproofing this place. So a small white lie there. Sheep scanning day is tomorrow. And why is that? Because I'm moving the sheep today. I hate the stress of having to move animals on the day you're doing something because something will go wrong. And then it's just super embarrassing. And you know, the contractor you've brought in, standing around waiting for you to get your animals under control. So I prefer to do it the day before so that if everything goes wrong today, I can have another go tomorrow. And sheep generally do what you want them to do. Mine are really good with the bucket. They're bucket trained, so they should just follow me. I've also got a dog, sheepdog. If you have sheepdogs, then obviously the sheep will do what you want. But they are essentially their own beings. And if you try and make them do something new, and that's the key, they will happily follow you around a field if that's what they're used to. But when you try and do something new, like today, I'm going to be splitting the rams from the ewes and then running the ewes into the barn, which they have never done. You've just got to prepare for things to go a little bit wrong. And once you've got spooked sheep, you're not getting them back. So I prefer to double down on my efforts and give myself a fighting chance. Hopefully it will all work as planned. And the plan is this: most of my sheep are over there. The only ones out in the pasture are the 4 Norfolks, so Montague and the 3 ladies. So the plan is to run these 4. So to run those 4 over here to this pen. Then separate them out using food with the ladies out here and the boys in here, and then run them across to the barn. And I literally can't wait because it has got super muddy with all of these sheep together. As soon as they've been scanned, all the ewes are going to go back on pasture, that rotational grazing, and we won't have this mud issue. And then I may actually take the boys into the barn just to give these pasture, these little smaller grouping pens, time to recover. Because I hate mud! And the girls don't mind this too much at the moment, but I don't like it. I don't think it looks nice. I don't like muddy sheep. And I want to be able to bring them out and eat grass. Jock is not trained enough yet, so he has been shut away because he would be more of a hindrance than a help. So if you hear him barking in the background, it's because he's been shut away in his crate. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Oh. And Monty beat the crap out of me, didn't you? So I may be limping for a few days. He is so strong. This is so strong. And he got me right in my knee multiple times. But can't blame you, because you're just a sheep doing sheepy things. But the girls are now in the barn. And here they are. All of my 9 ladies and a friends who I was topping Capulet with. They're going to sort out the pecking order. So yeah, so tomorrow will be the day. So it's the morning of, we've got my ladies here, we've got the race and the crush set up. We're going to run my ladies through first, and then we're going to run Mason's through, and I'll show you the process when we go to Mason's, because I'm not going to let on who is pregnant of mine and how many lambs we've got. Nice.
About 80 days or less? Yeah, about that. About the same sort of.
So the good news, there are lambs. The bad news, all 3 of the Jacobs seem to be clear. Now the sheep scanner can only pick up lambs and pregnancies after about 30 days. So as sheep cycle every 15-ish days, it could well be that they are pregnant, they just are only recently pregnant and so haven't got picked up. But it has changed my plan slightly, because I was going to throw all of these ladies back into the field and keep the rams separate. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to throw them all back into the field, but I'm going to introduce Montague back with them again so he can spend the winter alongside. Because he won't be able to tup any of these girls because they're already pregnant. Maybe these girls are pregnant as well, but he will be with them, so if they do come back into heat, he can cover them. Now the reason I didn't show you them getting scanned and how many lambs each of these girls has is because come March, when the lambs are due, we want to have a little competition. So I'm going to give you more details about that nearer the time, but we are going to have a competition about how many lambs overall, the time of the first lamb that it's born, and which ewe is going to give birth first. So I didn't want to let you in on that secret. I do know so far, but obviously, as we say, these 3 ewes here are not going to be scanned now. So that's going to be a complete mystery and hopefully a good surprise, because I do want them to be pregnant. I think Storm Barrow is on the way. I've moved all the girls back out here and I put Monty back in with them. I was really disappointed as all 3 Norfolk horns were run through and there was nothing. But I've actually just done a bit of math, and they've been with the rams for about 45, 46 days. The scanner can't pick anything up before 30 days, which essentially means we got a 15-day window, which is 1 cycle. So they may well have got missed in the first cycle, been caught on the second cycle, but it's not showing up as a pregnancy yet. So we'll see. I'm going to leave Monty in here for the rest of winter, and come spring we will see if these Norfolk Horn girls bag up. But we're expecting winds of around 55 miles an hour this afternoon. It's absolutely starting to pour. The camera is not good for that. So I'm going to catch you next time.